What the hell, bro? Hmm. Let's set up my chart. This line represents the previous day high. This blue line represents the previous day low. On the regular trading hours, we have opened. Let's see how the first bar is going to close on the 15 minutes. Overall, what I am generally more interested in targeting is this point, which is 167. So that would be the Asian highs. We still have untapped Asian highs, which is 54 points above us. So now that we have marked previous day high and the low, let's go to the hourly time frame and see how the hourly time frame is performing relative to the 20 period moving average. So the 20 period moving average has risen to 608.04. I'm going to mark this line for reference of this moving average so that I can see this moving average on a smaller time frame. Let's go to the 5 minutes. So on the 5 minutes we really do not have a gap, that much of a gap today. So this was the close of yesterday and this is where we have opened. I'm going to drag this across. So that this represents opening range, gap, or New York opened and the previous day close. We have 2 minutes until the first 5 minutes bar is going to close. So I am waiting for this 15 minutes to close. Once this 15 minutes will close, I will be taking a long or a short based on how this 15 minutes will close. We are still in always in long. Above the moving average. First leg, second leg. Can this be the third leg? We are in downtrending channel as of now. On the 15 minutes, this market is in ranging market. It has been for last 5 hours. So as long as we are within this range, it's better to stay out of trades. Let's see what's going on the smaller time frames. Coming to the 5 minute. Chopping around the moving average on the electronic trading hours. Are we above or below the moving average on 1 minute? We are below 1 minute 20 period moving average, which is normal. The first 5 minutes closed. The first 5 bars, 5. We've taken out the high and the low of the 1 minute on. Still the high of the 5 minutes is intact, which would be 931. On the first 5 minutes we have a bearish bar, bullish bar, two bear bars, one bullish bar. So it's better to assume that we are still ranging. This candle was inefficient and we have cleared that out. On hourly, we are retesting the moving average on the hourly. Let's go to the 4 hours. On the 4 hours, what would be the validation or invalidation of the uptrend? That will be if we get a closing on the 4 hours below 25,034. So as long as we are above this point, we are still making a gap around this area. This is still intact. This gap and this gap. Let's come to the 5 minutes, back to 5 minutes. On a 1 minute, bears do not have a reason to enter this bull. No, I'm sorry. Bears do not have a reason to get out if they are within this trade. As long as we are below the moving average and below closing below 933 candle, bears do not have a reason to get out. They can assume that they are in power. We are retesting the MA on 5 minutes. The next 5 minutes is about 33 minutes, 33 seconds. I'm watching whether we will get a closing below the prior bar low or will the bears fail to close below the moving average and the prior bar low. The second bar may close as a doji, which is good for the bulls. Depending on how this third bar closes, I'll be taking long or short based on the circumstances. Third bar is strong. If we start to move down with more weakness, my target will be 22, 25,000, 24, 25,024 to 970, 907. Yeah, this will be the target. By the looks of it, this bar might get, this is a strong bar, which may get some sort of a second leg. This will make a 3-bar micro channel. Let's see how strong is it on the 15 minutes. Selling it here has its own risk. I am selling right at the third leg, which is not the ideal. Never trade the third leg. This was the first leg, might have been this. This was the second leg, and I might take a short while it's making a third leg, which is not the ideal. But since I am taking a scalp, I just have to, Okay, so let's measure the range of this bar. So in total, this bar is 74 points. 74 points. So I'll be risking about roughly 40 points to gain 40 points. So if this is my stop entry, will I be able to get 40 points? If I aim for 40 points, that will be 25,016. Three-bar micro channel might get some sort of a second leg, which is good since we are closing below the moving average. It's more confirming to the existing bias. See, the opening range is always this color, blue color, and this color represents the 15 minutes range. Now that we have closed, I'm waiting for the market to give me a closing below this range. Give me a closing below this range on a 1 minute. Once it closes below this range on 1 minute, I might take a short position aiming for this. Got invalidated. Anyways, this was 43, got invalidated, and I'm taking a short. Once this closes, I'll take a short. The entry will be triggered once the bar will close. We haven't got a closing on the 1 minute, so it's not triggered yet. 32 seconds. 32 seconds. 23 seconds. I need this bar to close below this range for me to enter a short. Without this confirmation, I can't. Just can't. 4 seconds. Still haven't triggered. This is not triggered yet. This is not triggered yet. Can this be the final flag? If we get two more bullish bars, how the 15 minutes is performing? What about here? We definitely are in some sort of a range. In this range, if I were to assume that I have to take a short, the price might retrace very deep until we get a second leg. If we are waiting for some sort of second leg, if the price starts to move towards the upside, making this three pushes down, I'm happy to target 177, which was the initial target. Second. Yeah, I did basically what that was what thing. Think we might come back to the high of the day. since we never took out the high of the day, which has an 80% chance of being tagged, we have closed above the 20-year moving average on the 5 minutes. That makes it extremely bullish. Not really that bullish for a swing trade, but I can easily expect some sort of measured move. That measured move can be till the high of the Asian highs. So yeah, big up, big down, big confusion. But that's this was a big surprise. This candle is a big surprise. We're closing this gap. Can I buy this? I can buy this. Okay, so this will be the low one short. Low and short are really context dependent. We are not breaking out of any of the bars to the left. So this can be used to buy the market. This can be a buy zone. This can be a good buy zone. I'm waiting for this bar to close. It's it will tell me a lot of things. We have 1.5 minutes. Is a low one short. Can we get a second leg from this move? Either two things are going to happen. This was closing of the gap, assuming it's a range, so it might shoot short back up, or either this is a low one short. So if it's a low one short, it should close below this point, and I'll be shorting this aiming for 25,023. But the criteria is the same for the 15 minutes range. The next 13 seconds or 12 seconds should close below 57. That is the initial idea, and I'm sticking to the basic idea of the 15 minutes range. 5 minutes open, which is the last 5 minutes of the hourly candle, and the hour is about to close within the next 10 minutes. Volatility will be induced. So if this bar closes as a strong bearish bar, will be able to get some sort of a second leg. This is low one short. To assume that this is a low one short is generally better for this 15 minutes range, but it can easily be this ranging conditions, and we are filling this gap. If the next 8 seconds closes below this yellow line, which 4 seconds left, need this price to stay below, give me a closing below. Without the closing below, it's not tradable. So that was the low one short. Now we are moving back up. If it gives me two more bullish bars, it's better to assume that we are in some sort of a range and the high of the day will be retested. I still haven't taken out a single trade, or the only trade I take is this criteria. These are two strong bull bars. We are we can easily get a second leg out of these two bull bars. I'm not trading this, I'm reading this market. Since we are in a range, I can expect two-legged traps. First, we'll close this gap on 98, then we can easily come back to 127, which is very close to the high of the day and the Asian, I guess, midnight open. Last minute until this hour is complete. 34 seconds. Let's see if we can get a closing below 20-period moving average on the hourly. Our bulls are gaining strength somehow, and we get a closing above 96. So we have closed. The hourly candle is closed below. On the 15 minutes here, we are gyrating around 20-period moving average on the 15 minutes. This is clearly a three-legged pullback. It can easily bounce back up, but I'm still waiting for my scalp to form, so I'm not biased. I'm not really biased to either side because I'm scalping. So We have closed this gap. We haven't closed this gap. This is the open of the 10 a.m. candle. We have I'm really skeptical of this move down. I want the price to come back up so I can target this Asian high. Ooh. What is making me really hesitant is look at it from the hourly point of view. This is the first leg, second leg, third leg. Still, we are validating towards the downside. This was the only invalidation candle. Bears who sold the close of this bar one times the risk is 34. I'll be very much interested in taking a long position, even a swing long position, if we move above 117. Otherwise, I'm more biased towards this price action being the range. So it's better not to execute. Still nothing. This is a low one short on the 15 minutes. I guess this is a low two on 5 minutes. Now we are getting alternative bars, bearish bar, bearish bar, bullish, two bull bars, one doji bar. We have two doji bars. This is a bearish bar. What do you think is going to happen next? You're going to get a bullish bar. So range. 610. 609.58. We have about 2 hours and 47 minutes left until the 4 hours will close. So we can easily come back to the lower fair value gap while this is going to happen. And this is the low of the fair value, high of the fair value gap of this candle. You can easily touch the moving average and come back up within 3 hours. So in that case, he'll be just moving down 77 points, which is nothing compared to the range, which is basically 70 points. A single standard deviation of the 15 minutes move will take us to the low, to this low and the high. So we will be easily touching this point and coming back up within the next 3 hours. Dang. Hmm. We are contracting in range that is making a contracting triangle. So it's a breakout mode. So this is a breakout mode. We might be getting a move now. 4 seconds, and I'll be entering this short. 4 more seconds. 7. I need this bar to close below the range for me to go short. We retested the moving average again. We are bouncing off that now. Again. We are getting complete bars below the moving average. Let's not forget that. That makes this price as a 3 bar micro channel and complete bars below the moving average, which makes it more or higher probability trade if we get a closing below this range, which we are not getting. Like, we haven't got a single close. Our hourly candle is closing within 8 minutes. That might induce some volatility, and we are short. Fuck this shit, bro. I have to go short once the price retouched this area. Need to close this, you know. Yeah. Without closing, the entry won't trigger. Fucking hate this price action, man. Just one close below. It's kind of dangerous that we are making these lows. On the 5 minutes, it's still intact to the downside. That, it's quite intact. What do I mean by being intact? This is the candle which is holding price towards the downside. We wicked to the upside and the low point. So as long as we are within this range, we won't go anywhere, or we can go down. It's slightly more biased to the downside. But for me to execute on that idea, this is my validation, which would be 25,057. 4 minutes until the hourly candle will close on the regular trading hours. The idea is still the same. It just won't fucking close. Bearish bar, bullish bar, bearish bar, two bull bars, three bear bars, bullish bar. None of these are closing below the range. Thirty-two seconds. If this closes at this point, I won't be closing this trade again. And I'll finally be targeting 25,000, which is a good target. Need this price to close below 25,057 for this entry to get triggered. Finally, this piece of shit. Stop loss is 94. My take profit. We have 1 minute to regular trading hours hourly candle close. Either it's gonna completely cancel this idea and hit my stop loss, or either it's gonna move to 25,000. I'm setting it and forgetting it. I won't be managing this trade. So wish me luck. As a matter of fact, I'm not even on my PC as like and easily weekly open can be targeted. Let's just see what's happening. Okay. Wish me luck. I am going now, setting it, forgetting it. मैं था नहीं नहीं बोलूं मेरा कोई नहीं चला रहा है मैं एक नॉर्मल तो क्या बताऊं मैं था नहीं And we have done it again, ladies and gentlemen. So, done for now.